final thing we want to talk about is in one of the athlete interviews that Dave Castro has been doing, and I think he's like, props to Dave Castro. He's only like 8 away from completing the, 79, or maybe he's only 7 away now that Makarov is out.
I'm impressed.
That's hard. It's hard to coordinate all those athletes on different days to get them to, So
is he coordinating it though?
That's a good.
He's
not easy.
I would bet my bottom dollar he's not coordinating it.
Okay, but still,
it's still impressive. It's still impressive.
I'm impressed. It's cool to see him follow through with all of the athletes.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to talk to him about his experience doing that, because that's not his normal role.
No, it's not.
So I wonder if he's enjoyed it and gonna do more.
Yeah.
We'll see.
He's usually removed from all that stuff. Like, he just doesn't care. It's like, I'm here to program, and then he kind of gets to know athletes on the fly at the games if he does it all. But I give him credit for doing it. There's been some great information that's been put out there. Go ahead, Tommy.
I'd be interested to see like his perspective on athletes on both an individual and as like a cohort level, and if that's shifted at all, because there were some athletes that he's been very close with over the years. He's also like tried to, from a programming standpoint, like not view them as anything other than like just like these test subjects, right?
Yeah.
But
just bodies on the floor.
In order to actually like have these interviews and engage with them on a personal level, it's probably more than he gets to do most of the time with a lot of these individuals, right? Like, these are probably the first one-to-one conversations he's had with a handful of athletes, that even some of them that have been around for a while. So
yeah. Well, during one of the interviews, and there's been so many that I don't know to whom he said this, but it was, there will be a new movement at the CrossFit Games. Now, that could just be box step-ups. Could just be Chad. That's it. Let's assume, for the sake of this discussion, that's not it.
Because I was going to say the operative word is at this level.
Correct. At the games.
Yeah, at the games.
Oh.
So I'm trying to think of like all the crazy stuff that's been done, going all the way back to 2011, where they did the softball throw, they did the L-sit for time, they did, we've had a med ball toss from a GHD, we've had ring handstand push-ups, we've had single unders with a crossover. What really is left? We've had kettlebell. Didn't we have kettlebell swings in 2011 in that 3-part?
Yep.
So that's happened. We've had weighted pistols.
The first 100 shipper at semifinals in 2011 had kettlebell swings.
But even at the games, they had it in 2011.
They did?
In the final? Or was it kettlebell snatches? It was some kettlebell movement in 2011 in that 3-part final.
It
was. Pat Barber Games, remember?
Yeah, in the finale, the end, as they called it.
Yeah, the end 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
Where they went like a certain distance, and they like a certain time reset, went another certain time, and then the final one they went all the way through, and like Pat Barber was able to game it to where he sandbagged for the last one, and then was able to.
I believe it was 4 minutes, 8 minutes, finish it.
Yeah,
and then that's also where that awesome photo of Annie Sakamoto pulling the sled.
Right, but I'm pretty sure there were kettlebell swings in there.
Have we seen? So we've seen a single dumbbell squat snatch, correct?
Yes. At the games, wait a minute, let me think.
So they did have kettlebells, but it was sumo deadlift high pulls
at the end.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we haven't had swings. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know we've had. I don't know if single arm dumbbell squats or squat snatches have been a thing at the games. Weren't they a thing at regionals?
They were. Yeah, in 2021.
Yeah.
It was like a heavy.
So that was my guess.
Okay.
And if they have done single dumbbell squat snatches, what about double dumbbell squat snatches?
This is where okay. I think a lot of people would say triple unders, because that's the
easy answer.
Tommy did that video in the parking lot behind HQ. There's been speculation about, they're going to do triple unders. Now, maybe they will. That could be a thing. But, we've seen pirouettes. We've seen the pullovers on the bars. And what I'm afraid, and I think what most people don't want to have happen, is that you're just going to do something to introduce like a stupid human trick.
And
Yeah.
that's why I don't think triple unders.
I don't either.
And not that it's even a stupid superhuman trick, but I don't know.
Or
My
even
mind doesn't think of that.
or even something that's so skill specific that like regionally isn't as valued from a sports perspective. Like the softball throw was like the Americans wrecked that,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah,
Most of the
that's a good point.
Europeans like they don't do throwing
Except for
sports in the
Jason
same.
Khalipa.
Yeah, and Jason Khalipa looked like he was hand grenade tossing it.
uh,
I'm
so
also thinking that timing wise, it's right during the Olympics. So maybe I wonder if something from that plays a factor.
I mean, you could do so. They've done jumping over things, right? They've done
Yeah.
getting over a hay bale. They've done getting over logs. Would they like you said the Olympics? What are they going to do? Like a javelin toss? Now again, that's or javelin throw.
I wanna
That's
watch
not
that.
that
Some poor
becomes
Aaron Judge just gets
oh man,
speared.
hand up body armor. That to me is like why that's not something that's necessary for a test of fitness. It's a cool skill. It'd be kind of a neat showcase, but why would you need that? I
No,
think it's
but what's the I apologize for not knowing what this is called, but when you run and you jump over the things on the track,
Steeplechase.
hurdles. We've had
hurdles.
But you have hurdles and you also have like
When?
steeplechase, right? We've had
2015,
hurdles.
we had hurdles.
Huh?
Oh,
It was 2015, right? We had hurdles.
Yeah, the one that Dan Bailey won.
Yeah, where his
Glasses
sunglasses
came
came off
off,
there.
got the
That was awesome.
glasses. Yeah.
Right back on Indiana Jones style.
Highway
So I
to-
think okay, so Lauren, you're saying dumbbells. You're saying a dumbbell squat snatch.
yeah.
I think it's going to be bench press.
Bench press
Oh,
is never.
Not in
Oh,
games.
okay.
We did it.
Only in
in-
quarterfinals.
We did it. No, and we did it in semifinals one year with Linda.
with Linda, yeah.
Oh, right.
Regionals at that
2
time. It was
years
still
ago.
regionals, yeah. But they've done that. But that is one of those movements where it's okay. You've used it before in competition. It is relatively easy to judge. It is, you could use it as a strength test. I think it has
Alex
a lot of
Gazan for
it
the
has a
win.
lot. Yeah, but it has a lot of utility on where you can put it and how you can use it. And I don't think it's so far off the beaten path that people would say, "Oh, you're just trying to be crazy now." And I think that when you looked at the single unders with the crossover, I think what saved that from being just a total stupid human trick.
Nick Matthews.
Well, that he's one. The other is that they put it in the final heat. Like you had to earn your right to get there. Had they put that at the very beginning, now we're talking about like a repeat of 2015 where you have athletes just staring at the pegboard and can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that they put that later in the event and it was okay, you've gotten this far. Now we're going to see if you can conquer this.
Mm-hmm.
I
Have
think
they done Devil's Press?
Devil's Press. I don't think they have done Devil's Press.
I feel
Ooh,
like
that's a
become
good
a
one.
much. I feel like that's become a much more frequent use in terms of a movement that could potentially pop up.
Mhm.
I honestly, my true belief is that it's going to be the box step ups, and Dave's just being coy because that's kind of like that would be a very Dave
That is
thing
his
to be
MO.
like.
That would
There
be.
is a new movement. We haven't done it at this stage, and of course, it was something that's already announced, and it's just like right under your nose, right?
Well, and like I said, let's for
Yeah.
the sake of this argument,
Yeah.
let's assume that's not the case. But
Yeah.
I am with you. I could see him being like, "Oh, what? No, it's new. I told you."
Yeah,
There it is.
I could see Devil's Press.
That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Relatively easy to judge. Pretty clear standards, I think. And the thing too of that people need to remember about the games when it comes to standards and judging is that the athletes get an in-person briefing and they get real-time corrections. So it's not like they're just watching a video and then left to interpret that with no sort of immediate feedback. So it gives you a little more leeway on what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
That's true.
I think it's going to be the one I just kept coming back to bench press.
Yeah, is there anything that they've done at Rogue that maybe could have been like a trial run?
Well, you had those, like the
The
dual event
log
where
clean.
you had to like load stuff up onto a,
Yeah.
you had to put stuff up onto a pedestal or load something in it, like a strongman type of element. Now that could be interesting. I mean, they haven't had like They
And the
had the
log plane
sandbag
injured.
lift. They haven't had a log. Wait, no, they did. Didn't they do a log at? No, they didn't at the games. I'm thinking Rogue Invitational. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because we had Jerry Pritchett. By the way, just total different side here. Jerry Pritchett's son Bubba competing, I think, in America's Strongest Teen this weekend.
Oh, nice.
cool.
That kid
That,
is
that
a
name just sounds like he could you
beast.
just move some weight. Bubba Pritchett.
Bubba Pritchett.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Like
Bubba.
if you came out of the womb with a 400-pound deadlift. Like
Oh my God.
it's not like now competing in ice dancing for the United States. Bubba Pritchett.
Oh, ice dancing.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I digress. Sorry. Back to the discussion at hand. But there's not a lot that I think they can throw in here that is going to be quote unquote traditional CrossFit because
yeah.
they've done. I mean, at the games, we've pretty much done it all. And there's a reason why things like the ring handstand push-ups and the med ball toss and the softball throw have not come back.
What about pogo burpees?
Pogo burpees.
Yeah, so you do the burpee on the same. So if it was a bar facing pogo burpee, you would do the burpee, jump over the bar, and then jump over the bar again before you. So you have to do an extra jump
Ah,
over
Yeah,
the
it's
bar
basically
or over a
jump.
line.
what about 2 for
Yeah.
1 wall balls?
Oh,
Ooh, 2 for
those are
1.
tough too. Those are
Yep. From a judging
Uh,
standpoint, like you can do it, but that's fast. Like it's
Good luck.
you know,
had they done burpee muscle ups?
it's
Ooh.
2012.
They did?
Yeah, chipper.
Oh, you're right. You're right at the turnaround point.
Mhm.
Good call.
Because I remember when that was announced, it was like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It was one of those movements. It's like, you've got to be kidding me, because muscle ups were still
Hard.
reserved for like
Yeah.
the peak of the sport at that
Yeah.
point. Yeah, they did burpee muscle ups. What was the thing that everyone was messing with at HQ that one year? Was it the roll to support on rings?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But see, that to me now you start to get into that area.
Yeah. I can see him throwing that in as like an homage to some of the original fitness prescriptions around like
Sure.
because remember that's when the handstand walk showed up, and during the original like some of the original like bulletin board quotes were like you should be able to walk a football field on your hands, you
Which
know,
they
like
tried to do in 2011. Remember
yeah.
that was the handstand walk for distance,
Mm-hmm.
and Rich
And then
Froning
like
went 50 yards and everyone lost their minds.
yeah, and I want to say
Backwards handstand walk.
That was so. That's another one I was thinking. But is that a variation, or I guess it'd be a new movement? But it's
yeah.
I mean, all of these are a variation of something, right? Even like
sure.
a squat snatch with the dumbbell versus a power snatch with the dumbbell.
Well, and that is one of those that to me would make sense, because if you go back and you look at what Boz did with the wall facing handstand pushup,
Yeah.
it was handstand pushups are now nothing special. Everyone does them. We need to push the envelope a little bit and see who can do this. Who can now really do this when it's difficult, and that's why they made them face the wall. So I get that. I get that change, and I could see the same thing with a handstand walk where you had to actually walk backwards. It's like now that has become so routine for everybody. How do we change it to still, I think, stay true to what the intent is, but now you try to push the envelope a little bit more. So I could see that.
Have they done kettlebell snatches at the games? Because remember we had
Did they do? What about the alpaca? Were those cleans, or was that?
those are cleans.
Oh,
They were cleans.
Regional Nate had kettlebell snatches.
Yeah, strict handstand push-ups, but again, strict is so hard to judge because, or not. Sorry, not handstand push-ups. I'm sorry, muscle ups.
Yep. Ooh, strict muscle ups could be it. That's also tough. You're right.
Mhm. Yeah, unless what you would have to do, I guess, is you'd have to, I don't know, maybe have them hop off the rings each time, but that's
and have to do them as singles.
Yeah, which they did. I think in 2013 in the pool event, they did that with the muscle ups and the bar muscle ups but that was for safety reasons.
That was for safety. Yeah. This isn't been like
So many rabbit holes.
I spent this morning like pouring through old semifinal stuff.
Mhm.
Uh,
I mean, we've run stairs, so you can't say, "Well, what if they haven't run the stadium?" Well, I've done that before.
you've run with a vest. Have they done handstand push-ups with a vest?
No, I don't
They
think so.
did. They did that in
Oh, wait, did they
2017.
do that with Atlanta?
They did.
Yeah.
I'm
Uh,
also trying to think, like, where in Madison they had the sandbags as the cheese curds over the hay, but what gives it a Texas Fort Worth
See,
feel?
that's the
Well,
thing, that it could be
yeah.
something, like, completely new, like a new implement, right? Like with,
Bull
uh,
riding.
like, what was that bowl that they had to pull in
Yeah, I was just gonna
Texas?
say that, yeah, at the Rogue Invitational, like, if they did a smaller version of that and
Yeah.
they had to pull that for distance. Now is that new or is that a new implement? He said new movement, 'cause they've
I
done
Okay.
mean,
stunts
You're
before.
right.
a a replica bowl pole? That could be a new movement, I don't know.
Mhm.
How many people have actually yanked on a rope that's attached to a bull? Yeah, I
Oh,
have actually, but
of course
You
you have.
have?
Hashtag
it
Salinas.
was more of a calf. It was like
Yeah.
six, 700 pounds, but
It's a baby.
Only.
uh, had a lead rope on it, and let's just say I got the business end of that tug of war.
Um,
Oh god.
but I think the popular choices are gonna be triple unders because that's been out there forever.
Yeah.
Um, and Lauren, I think you bring a good point with the dumbbell squat snatch. I think that's possible. Um, but I don't know. I don't know what else because there's been so much. And that if you're going to go away, if you're going to start to stray from what's been done over the past 13 years, 14 years, like, I mean, they've driven a stake into the ground before. We've had
Yeah,
you've had the hammer with the beam. We did that in
yeah,
2012. Did it again in what was it, 2017, first year in Madison, the assault manual they did. They
yeah,
brought that back. So that's like, I don't know.
yeah.
Done the
Bench press.
sandbag, done the, I'm trying, what other, they've
Oh,
done a
speaking
farmer's
of bringing
carry.
things back, sorry, this is just a side note. He said to BKG, Dave did in his interview, that the marathon row, as long as Dave is the programmer, will return at some time. At some point.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Well, you know what? Sure, it should because you want to compare. Like that's what makes those
Yeah.
events fun. It's like when they did, was it 20? Oh man, what year is it? 2013 or 20? Where they did the 2007 event?
Yeah, 2013.
Yeah, they repeated
The
that, and
the
they
hop
just,
the hopper event from the games.
smashed it.
Yeah.
Like that's what it does make this fun is that you repeat those and you.
The only person I believe that didn't beat AFT's original, Brett Marshall's original winning time
Mhm.
was, I think it was Asia Barto, and
Yeah,
Asia Barto is also like six
giant human
four,
being.
6'4", like literally two of Brett Marshall's,
Yes.
and it was close.
It was, but that's what makes those fun. I wouldn't be surprised if they go out to, they said the track event or the event that they're doing outside. If they maybe redid the track triplet from 2012 because that was a
Mhm.
cool event. That actually was a really cool event. And if you're talking about like quintessential CrossFit, there's a great triplet for you. You're going to run, you're going to do bar muscle ups, and you're going to snatch. Like that's right down the pipe. And then you can really compare times, from 2012 when I think it was didn't Rich win that?
The what?
The track triplet because I just remember looking at his bar muscle ups and they looked effortless that year.
I thought maybe Graham Hol no,
It was
Graham
close.
didn't
I
win it.
remember Graham and Spieler had that really close finish.
Yeah, did Dan Tominski do really well on that one?
God, there's a name I haven't thought about in a while. Yeah, he did. I remember Patrick Burke was in that final heat too. I think
Yeah,
too.
let's go back. Track
Memory.
triplet 2012. All right.
So while you're efforting that, I just want to summarize.
Rich was 4th,
Oh, okay,
Graham was 3rd.
all right. You got it. Tominski won it.
Tominski won it.
Look at you.
Wow. Good memory. Good
Still
memory.
Dang.
got it. Still got it.
Still
um,
What's that song? I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good
it
once
was.
as I
Yeah.
ever was. Yep.
Okay, so Lauren, you're saying dumbbell squat snatch. of some sort. I'm going to go bench press.
Yep.
Tom, what do you think is going to be if they're, and again, assuming it is not the box step up? What do you got?
You went bench press. Lauren, what was your pick?
Squat snatch with the dumbbell.
I'll go devil's press.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think
Should we make a bet?
Well, you can't. I mean,
Yeah.
the winner gets. What does the winner get? If you're right,
Yeah, with the three of us. Okay, yeah.
The winner. If you're right,
the two lose. All right, how about this?
Well, what if all three lose?
All right, you're in my
the
realm, right?
closest to the answer.
All right, guys, come on.
Let the degenerate take over for the love of
the
God.
degenerate guy here, the guy with 8 fantasy football leagues.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, you set the parameters.
If anyone gets it, the losers have to do that workout.
Ooh, I love this.
All right.
Well,
what I mean,
Sean's going to use the excuse that he's having knee surgery.
We'll just scale accordingly, and we'll pick a time to do it, and we'll maybe even live stream it or something.
Could it be modified? Like, let's say it is.
It can be modified.
All right.
We can scale.
If all three of us do miss out, we will put a vote up for our fans to pick a workout from the games that we have to recreate.
Oh God. Okay. Within reason.
I like it.
All right. Within
reason. Sean.
Because look, I can't walk on my hands. I can't just.
That's okay. You can do bear crawls.
Oh, fine. Okay, I can bear crawl. Yeah, and so yes, knee surgery, but that shouldn't keep me out. I should be ready to go by then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm going next week, next Friday. Orthoscopic knee surgery on the right knee, meniscus.
Can you do Friday Q&A?
I'm going to try. I'm really going to try.
Give the people what they want.
I totally will. If I am done by that time, I will try to hobble my way in and talk to our good friends, the patrons, for sure.
Amazing.
Have a nice big bandage on my knee, but yeah, it's apparently and I don't know if they're sugarcoating this. I got my pre-op on Monday appointment, but when I first got it, quote unquote, pitched to me by the doctor, same guy who did my shoulder and did Rory McKernan's knee when he tore his ACL.
Yep.
He said, we'll go in. It's like a 45-minute procedure. We fix it up, clean you up, clean everything out, and you're walking the next day. I was like, that sounds good.
They even want you, I think, standing up that like hours after surgery.
Cool.
Like, and I believe more recently, like the sooner you're up and moving, it increases the quickness with which you rebound. But.
Yep. No, I'm going to do as much as I can to get back. So I got to squat yesterday. I actually felt good. My knees have really been bad. It's been bad these past couple of weeks, and it just felt good yesterday. I was able to back squat. So I was like, cool. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that done. And then I got to get the left one done because apparently the left one is worse than the right one, but the right one hurts more. Like a lot. Left one doesn't bother me at all.
Oh.
Weird.
So, torn meniscus, arthritis, Baker cyst.
Oh.
I hit 50 years old. My knees went, we're out. Like, warranty expired that day. It's like, we're done.
Oh.
Okay. Well, listen, we want to hear what you guys think is going to be the new movement. So drop in the comments. I don't know. Hit us up on Instagram with your theories. Our listeners always come up with some really good stuff, and I would love to give you guys credit if you come up with the right one. So, and again, if it's box step ups, then we're all losers. And I guess we all have to go to chat.